Hi everyone, أنا كارلا بودياب, past president la Rotaract Beirut Cosmopolitan and your host for season 1 of Rotacast. So, everyone, today's guest has been in the Rotary family for almost 2 decades. Basically, he didn't just join, he grew up with it, بالفطرة. At 14, he founded his Interact Club. At 18, he became a Rotaract president. And since then, he's built and reactivated more than 9 clubs, because clearly one was not enough. He's been the DRR, Rotaract District Chair, RILA Chair, Public Image Chair, and now the president of his Rotary Club. But wait, he's not just a Rotarian, he's also an architect, entrepreneur, and business owner. And because that wasn't enough, he was a co-founder of major social impact initiatives, proving he's all about building, whether it's business, clubs, or change. Today, we get to hear his great story, his insights, and maybe a few Rotaract secrets. So let's welcome the one and only President Emil Moawad. Hi.
Hello, hello.
How are we feeling today?
I'm great, as usual.
Thank you for joining. We're happy to have you.
Same here.
So, رح نبلش ب something شوي simple مفروض. You've been in Rotary, Rotaract for a lot of years. So, بدي توصف لي هيدي الرحلة بكلمة.
The best experience I've ever had. 5 كلمات يعني بصراحة.
Okay, رح نقطع لأنه بعدنا مبلشين. Okay. So, as we said, كبرت مع روتراكت.
Yes.
يعني هي مش انه كانه رحنا ومثل في بعض الاكسبيرينسز كانوا انه من اليونيفرسيتي من انه referred by a friend مثل it was part of you من الصغر اذا فينا نقول. شو اللي بيميز هيدا الشيء وقديش انه اثر دخولك على روتراكت بهيدا العمر الصغير and how it shaped your experience, your unique experience.
As a start, I always say, I believe that the first thing I saw when I was born was the rotary wheel. يعني I really believe that this is what I saw. No, it became part of me. It became part of everything I think of, everything I work and I do in my everyday life. So it's not a hobby. It's not something that I do as an extracurricular activity or something that I really believe, okay, now I have a bit of free time. Let me see what I can do in my, Rotaract endeavors or in my Rotary projects. So that was really one of the best things that ever happened to me. I was lucky to be born into a Rotary family. My dad is a Rotarian, my mother is a Rotarian, my cousin, my uncle, my brothers were Rotaractors. The whole family. So for that reason, I really believe that it was, something that I really have to give as much as I can to it because I am someone who is a giver in general. I'm someone who really loves the community, who loves people. I'm someone who really loves, just giving back in any way possible. And I really believe that Rotary is the best way to do it. It's the best platform to do that.
Okay. So in your professional career as an entrepreneur, what do you think in today's world الskills الضروريين لحيلا حدا ينجح بهيدا العالم؟ اللي فيه كتير إذا بدك خطورة, creativity, فيه من كل شيء. وشو الادفايس أو الشيء اللي بتقوله إنه هول الskills they are the pillars of success بالentrepreneur life?
The first thing is we need to be decision makers. We need to be risk takers because we all have ideas.
Exactly.
But for ideas to happen, we just need to take the first step. The majority of the people, they have the ideas. We all have beautiful ideas that we want to achieve. But it's just taking that first step, leaving the 9-to-5 job or saying that I want to make this happen even if it's a parallel thing. This is the first thing that we need to do. The second thing, in my opinion, this is something that I really believe in. It's the reason of why we're doing something. So it's not maybe a skill, but it's the why. Why am I doing it? Because if I'm only doing it to make money, it's not enough. Money is a tool. Money is a need. Money is something that we all do everything we're doing in order for us to live and to sustain our lives and to even become financially free. والشيء اللي كتير مهم لإلي هو the why. Why am I doing the thing that I'm doing? What's the impact that I'm doing? For me, this is what matters because anything that we want to do more comes with it. The money that I'm making out of it, the growth that I'm doing comes with it. However, it's the impact that I'm doing to the people. This is what matters.
I believe Because of that why, because you know what's your why, you were able to stay for that long time, and whether in Rotaract or Rotary.
It's a purpose.
Because it's a purpose and it's a long mission. Some people think إنه كل هالسنين إنه ما زهقتم ما عملتم عن جد. أكيد you get that a lot إنه okay إنه بعد كل هالسنين from an outsider. Okay شو بعدك عم تستفيد أو إنه شو بعد جاييكم من هيدا الفكرة أو ال NGO اللي أنتم فيها.
قبل كل شيء قد ايه عم فيد لانه هي it starts with service above self يعني how much am I how much am I giving an impact to the people or to the community يلي أنا عم كون part منها. This is the first thing. But as we know in Rotary there are several avenues of service, and as much as I give to the community, as much as I'm also developing on a personal level يعني it's a personal growth journey. So what am I still doing there? I'm still growing, I'm still developing. It's beautiful, and Rotary gives us, it's an international organization, so we're not limited to our club, we're not limited to Lebanon, we're not limited to our district, we're not limited to our zone.
Exactly.
It can grow up to the highest international level possible. So
especially
it's
because it's part of you now. It's not like something extra you do.
Exactly.
You initiated the Disaster Relief Initiative. Can you walk us through this initiative, its impact, its challenges? Tell us more about it.
So in the recent year, you know, the war that happened in the past year, this is where I stepped in. It's not that I initiated the Disaster Relief Initiative, but we took the first step, again, based on the same steps.
Goal. Yes.
Empathy is something very important. Looking, you know, towards our community is very important. What happened during that day, especially when the displacement started to happen, I really felt that we really need to do something. And we all felt this. We were all communicating with each other, you know, what are we going to do? How can we help first of all, our Rotarians and Rotaractors who are in the south? They are fleeing their homes, they are fleeing their villages, they are fleeing their cities. And in the same time, how can we help all the other people? You know, it started with 100,000 people leaving, then it became 200, 300, 500,000, and then in a couple of weeks it became 1.2 million people displaced. We really had to do something. And as a Rotary community, Interact, Rotaract, and Rotary in Lebanon, we have the presence. We are everywhere. We are in all areas in Lebanon. We can really make sure that we can take care of people. Maybe we don't have the financials directly to make it happen. However, we do have the resources. So we have the people all around. So we started, you know, joining forces, all the clubs working together. We initiated, you know, like a community group to start working on it. We started also, like, let's say, organizing and structuring things into different committees. So it started from that and then continued and started growing. And
I really believe it's a blessing to have as much Rotaract clubs. You feel like you have someone present in every village in Lebanon, no matter قديش بعيدة أو قديش ما حدا سامع فيها. من كتير ضياع ما كان حدا متوقع إنه الروتراكت توصل لهونيك أو الروتري وقدرت توصل بفضل الناس اللي already هن part من هيدا ال NGO. So as we said, you have a dual membership between Rotaract and Rotary.
Yes.
قديش هيدا الشيء بتشجع الناس إنه to experience it لأنه من بعد ما يفلوا من Rotaract أو من بعد ما يبطلوا إنه برotaract وقديش بتحس إنه it shaped your vision or your mission اليوم.
Dual membership هي, let's define it as a transitory phase. Okay, as Rotaractors and based on experience, a lot of people are not ready to leave Rotaract directly. Okay, we reach a point where, okay, this is it, this is the end, I've given everything possible. Some people, they see that it's not easy to leave, especially like for someone like me. I've been in Rotaract since I was 17, 18. I started, you know, being part of it.
Heartbreak.
Exactly. And at the time, Rotaract was only until 30. I got Elevate Rotaract, you know, exactly on my 30th birthday, where they removed the age cap of Rotaract, which was perfect for me, you know, like it was a perfect birthday gift at the time. And this allowed me to stay in Rotaract. So I wasn't ready yet to leave, especially that I'm also active within Rotaract on an international level. So a lot of my friends, and this is the beauty of Rotaract, they become friends, not only like part of our Rotaract clubs. I have friends who are in Lebanon, friends who are in our district, friends who are on an international level from Italy, Paris, you know, all of Europe, in the States, and Australia. They are real friends. Like we travel together, we spend time together. I'm not ready to leave that, you know, easily. So the dual membership allowed me to transition to Rotary, to start becoming part of Rotary, while staying a Rotaractor. Now I'm at the phase where, okay, my Rotaract journey is ending and my Rotary journey is already kicking off. I'm currently very active on a Rotary level, but dual membership helps a lot in making this happen. So I definitely, to answer your question, I definitely push every Rotaractor who fulfilled their Rotaract journey not to leave Rotary, to continue by becoming dual members and then transition to Rotary fully.
Okay. Can you tell us more about your role as a public image director in the national team, and how do you approach promoting Rotary and Rotaract with all the initiatives that take place, whether in our country or internationally?
So I believe that, okay, we are all very proud to be part of Rotaract, part of Rotary. This is a pride as a member, of course. However, when we're talking about public image, we're talking about the public, how they see us.
Exactly.
So this is where our role comes, to make sure that we're showing the best image of Rotaract, the best image of Rotary. And it's not just to show the best, it's to show the true image. What is the impact that we actually do? And this comes with, first of all, because we are decentralized, we are one organization, but we work by clubs. So we have in Lebanon 70 clubs. We have 12 Interact clubs. We have more than 25 Rotaract clubs. We have now 37 Rotary clubs. So we're more than 70 clubs on a national level. How can we unify our branding? How can we unify our impact? How can we show the people what is it that the Rotary organization, all of us together, Interact, Rotaract, and Rotary, have done over the past years? Rotary has been in Lebanon since 1931. The first Rotary Club was chartered officially in 1932. So we've been almost 100 years present in Lebanon, and we have been doing so much. So this is where we should really work on our public image, make sure that we show what is it that we're doing, because it's not because we want to show what we're doing, it's because we want to attract people to join us. It's because we want to inspire people to have bigger impact in the community, and this is what matters. We are here to inspire others. We are here to engage others in community projects. We are here to make sure that we need to do community assessments, so people need to reach out to us so that we go and see what are the needs. We need also to make sure that our members are excited and are learning from everything that we're doing, so that they give back to the community in the best way possible.
Definitely, I believe ليكون الواحد مثل عنصر فعال بالمجتمع اللي له كمان he or she needs to give back للcommunity. ما فيني يكون أنا social person على القد أو مثل بالمواطنية بحذافيرها إذا أنا ما عم بعطي شيء بالمقابل للمجتمع. And as you said, أنا من أول نهار فتت على Rotaract كنا نسمع من كتير أشخاص إنه Rotaract بيعطيك على قد ما بتعطي. So this sentence كتير بضلني عيدها، وعن جد هيك فعلا لو ضليتك قديش سنين ما عم تعطي الحق للRotaract it will not pay you back مثل حيلا شيء تاني. So عن جد correct إنه ما في شيء قد ما تعطي رح يعطي بالمقابل، ومش ضروري أكيد منه مقابل مادي لأنه نحن كل شغلنا it's volunteering، بس في كتير مقابل بعد أغلى من المادة بنكتسبه بروتري وبكتير NGOs و initiatives بنفوت فيها بالحياة. إذا شخص عم يحضرنا ما بيعرف شيء عن Rotaract، إنه شو بتعملوا، ما بتضل بروجكتس توشينا، ما بيعرف شيء عنه عن جد. أكيد we get that a lot وعلى الستوريز شو هيدا وكل يوم إيفنت ومدري شو، ما بيعرف شيء عن Rotaract، وبدك تقول له إنه شو Rotaract وليش لازم ينضم لنا. What would you say؟
بلشت فيه I think عن جد لإلي it's the best experience that anyone could have. إذا حدا بده يعمل community service مش ضروري يفوت على Rotaract، في فوت على حيلا جمعية بالعالم. We have more than 10,000 registered NGOs بلبنان. يعني هذا registered مع non registered في more than 20-25,000 إذا مش أكتر. So anyone can do community service through any initiative, through any NGO. It's the accumulation of everything, or خلينا نقول the having everything in one organization is the beauty of it. So in Rotary and Rotaract we serve, and by service we have several avenues of service. The first is community service, which is the majority of us is there because of this. But the second, which is something very unique, is the personal growth and the professional development. And this is something beautiful. We actually experiment and experience leadership. We don't only learn leadership. We go and attend some seminars about leadership. We actually experience it. You have the opportunity to become a project leader, and then a committee director, and then a board member, and then a president, and then a vice DRR or a DRR, and then, you have the opportunity to grow and lead thousands of people within Rotaract and Rotary. You are actually experiencing leadership. The third thing, which is also very unique, is that we are an international organization. 1.4 million people of action all over the world. You have friends and people you don't know. Wherever you go,
all over the globe,
you can actually work with those people. You can actually initiate projects with them. You can actually learn their culture, and you can offer them to learn your culture. We can offer them to learn about Lebanon. We can host them in Lebanon, get them here to see who we are, our food, our culture, our people. This is amazing. And of course, the impact that we do together on a club level, on a national level, on district level, and much more. So join Rotaract.
Okay.
Join Rotary.
Slogan. Okay. As Emil, what legacy would you love to leave behind, both in Rotary and Rotaract?
Oof. The beautiful thing about Rotaract and Rotary is that it's a continuity. You know, no one stays there. No one is going to be there forever. We all come, leave our mark, and move on and continue. It's an accumulation of all of us working together and putting our input. And I've done this for years. Others are doing it now. Others are still doing it, and others will come and will join more. For me, first of all, the legacy is that what we learn in Rotaract and Rotary does not only apply to our organization. First of all, the ethics, the values, these things, we learn them and we experience them and we nurture them and we grow them as Rotaractors, as Rotarians. So the first thing is, I would like to see all of these Rotaractors in the future and the Rotarians, doing a huge impact in the community. So out of this, I can say that I don't see that it's Rotary or Rotaract that will change the world, but Rotary and Rotaract will develop people who will be changing the world. So this is the legacy that we should all be working on. And this is why I participated in creating the Rotaract Academy, which did not exist in our district before. This is why I participated in initiating a lot of clubs and making sure that a lot of people are taking part of Rotaract and Rotary so that they can, learn, develop, and also give back to the community.
And exactly as you said, you're not only teaching them things that will help them make a successful project. You're teaching them to grow بالحياة in general. هي ما قضت على project أو a successful meeting أو a successful professional development session. هي مش بس lifestyle لأنه already we said that. It's how you grow on so many levels that you can't even explain unless you experience. على قد هيك لو قد ما نحكي maybe ما حدا will relate قد اللي عاش Rotaract experience.
Exactly. It's not giving, Rotaract and Rotary are not giving the purpose it's there for if you don't apply everything we learn in your personal and your professional life.
Ethics, values, professionalism.
This is vocational service. You are learning this on a Rotaract level, on a Rotary level, to apply it even in your personal life, within your family. On a professional level, with your team members, with your, like the people you work with. This is very important. So if we're not taking all of these and achieving them in our personal and professional life, we're not achieving the purpose.
Okay. هلا رح ننتقل لسيجمنت ثاني Rapid Rotaract. رح اسألك سؤالين سريعين and you have to answer rapidly. Okay. What's the funniest or most unexpected moment you've experienced in Rotary or Rotaract event?
اوف جاي بس عيدي غير الفانيست.
Funniest or most unexpected moment?
Okay, it should be rapid. The most unexpected was something actually that I did not expect at all. I was traveling to a country, on a personal level. And it turned out that wherever I went at that time, it was in a country in North Africa. So I was in Morocco, and it seems there was like a huge zone institute there happening for Rotary, and I did not know. But suddenly I was in the airport, and I saw all of these Rotarians in the airport, coming and going, and I saw all of these pins, and I saw suddenly people that I know. I was actually just there in the airport. So this was really unexpected, but because there were thousands of people at that convention, it was amazing just to see all of this number of Rotarians in the airport.
You attracted this.
So
Rotary, لأنه by heart, you attracted it.
That was one.
Okay. As an architect, if you had to design a building inspired by Rotary's values, what unique feature would you include?
I'm an architect, but I do everything except for architecture. But let's say that I'm designing.
Be creative.
For me, the most important value is empathy. But putting it in a design aspect, it's something that I think it should be something that is very inclusive, something that is actually hosting, open for the people. Yeah. It's hospitable in every way possible. So for me, this is very important because it's a value that every Rotarian and every Rotaractor should have. And if we can put it in a building or in a design aspect, it's perfect. It's amazing.
So هلا لآخر segment, President's question. Okay. ما بنعرف
شو هو.
لا. Okay. You always say communication is key. But let's be real. In Rotary and Rotaract, sometimes that key gets lost, duplicated, or straight up ignored. So tell me, what's the wildest lost in communication moment you've witnessed that made you rethink that phrase?
So yes, for me, communication is key, and this is something that I really make sure that this is one of the legacies maybe that, that I would like to leave. Because I believe that the source of all problems is lack of communication or miscommunication. Mm-hmm. So one of I'm going to give an example. I witnessed it several times where I've seen a conversation happening where someone would, for example, say about a person that he's a great person, he has done great in his club, he has done amazing projects, he has achieved a lot during his Rotaract journey. And then he would say, for example, something, however, I think it would be good if he works on his public speaking skills. I'm just giving here an example. So that person, the other person, receives the message that this guy is saying that you're not good in public speaking. With everything they said, they took something out of context and they gave him the bad message that this is what the person is talking about you. So automatically that message got completely changed and destroyed. The person received the bad message, and suddenly there were issues happening between the members, and they thought that they were not okay with each other, and issues started happening on a club level. So if that person went and communicated with first of all, the right message was delivered, this wouldn't have happened. Second, if that person went and communicated with the source, they would have communicated and said exactly what happened and what was discussed. So this is how problems happen. This is just a very small issue, and things develop immensely. So this is something that is very important, and we need to make sure that we communicate in the best way possible with each other and with the people.
يعني ولا مرة you rethought that phrase?
Never. Communication is key. Communication is needed in order to resolve problems, because problems happen, it's normal. We need to have the positive approach, we need to have the right mindset that we need to address it, we need to communicate it with the right people, and we resolve it accordingly. So
communication it is.
Communication is key. Communication is key.
Thank you for your time. I'm done with the questions. Some final words?
Thank you so much. For me, as I already mentioned, Rotaract is the best experience anyone can have. So in the future, I always tell my friends, put your children starting Interact, let them live the Interact experience, Rotaract experience, Rotary experience, because it makes the person develop from a very young age. It makes them eager to serve the community. So for me, this is very important. The second is that I am sure that Rotaract develops, or Rotary in general, develops people who will definitely change the world in the future.
Definitely.
So putting our hands together is very important, and hoping that our Rotary family in Lebanon and in our district keeps growing in order to make the biggest impact possible.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and see you soon.